October 15, 2009. This is a Ventura County Star podcast. Face-to-face business meetings with clients and colleagues is always going to be important. But business travel is a hassle and is often a complete waste of money. Do more and travel less with GoToMeeting. With just a click, host sales presentations, training sessions or product demos. Our listeners can try GoToMeeting free for 30 days. That's a month of unlimited online meetings free. For this special offer, you must visit gotomeeting.com/podcast. That's gotomeeting.com/podcast for a free trial. After a story ran on the controversy over bisphenol A, a chemical found in some hard, translucent plastics and epoxy resins, I received this question from Mike in Camarillo. I wonder if you might have been able to include information on how one can identify BPA containing bottles that are not brands mentioned in your article. Is there any mark or coding on the bottles? Kudos to Mike for the question. I know our stories don't always address all of your questions. Ask Allison can provide a way to get additional information and get answers to questions the story may have raised. And not only my stories. If you have questions about any business story, local or national, I'd like to hear them. So, back to the topic at hand. Here's the story. http://www.venturacountystar.com news/2008/may/07/many-look-alternatives-plastic-bottles-contai-ning/. Companies have come forth to tell us how they have BPA-free alternatives. They include Camelback, maker of water bottles, and Medela, maker of baby bottles and breast pumps. As this issue is pushed more into the public consciousness, more companies are making a point of identifying products that are free of BPA. That's great for when you're shopping for new stuff, but what about the old stuff? Then it gets more difficult. Still, there are some basic guidelines. About.com had this recommendation. http://od/pediatrics.about.com/g/0408_bpa.htm. You can identify plastics made with BPA by looking for the plastic identification number 7 inside the recycling symbol on their label. Be cautioned, though, because that is just a recycling code. Code 7 refers to plastics that don't have recycling potential. It refers to all other plastics not included in codes 1-6. Some are also marked with PC for polycarbonate. Here's what the National Wildlife Federation has on its site. http://nationalwildlife.org/NATIONALDLIFE/article.cfm?mark ARTICLEID=890'ISSUEID=66. How to identify plastic products containing BPA. Plastic containing BPA polymers carries the recycling symbol number 7, which can also indicate other kinds of mixed plastics. The plastic may be called polycarbonate, Lexan or polysulfone and is generally a clear, hard plastic, though it may be tinted different colors. Clear plastic baby bottles and children's training cups are likely to be made of polycarbonate. If in doubt, contact the manufacturer to ask if the bottle or cup is polycarbonate. What you can do to minimize your family's exposure to R.E. Replace plastic food and beverage containers and kitchen utensils with glass, ceramic or metal where possible. Some glass baby bottles are available, though many daycare centers won't allow them for fear of breakage. A less fragile alternative is to use baby bottles and sippy cups made of polyethylene plastic number 1, number 2, number 4 recycling symbols or polypropylene number 5. Non-polycarbonate plastic bottles and cups are usually colored, not clear. If you do use polycarbonate containers, don't expose them to heat or harsh detergents. Studies have shown that scratched or worn polycarbonate leaches more BPA, so keep plastic containers away from the microwave and dishwasher and don't clean stained water bottles or other containers with bleach. What if you love your BPA-containing bottle and aren't willing to give it up? Because the chemical leaches more with heating, wash that bottle by hand and use it for cold liquids. Here's some advice from thecradle.com on bottle care. Baby bottles are more of an issue because they are constantly heated. http://www.thecradle.com/babybottles. Avoid washing them in a dishwasher. Rinse them with warm, soapy water instead. Skip the microwave or sterilizer and toss any bottles that are cracked or cloudy. When in doubt, use glass bottles. Obviously there is a risk of injury to baby or mom if the bottle is dropped, so glass isn't a perfect alternative, says Dr. Brown. The other option is to buy bottles made of opaque plastic. These bottles made of polyethylene or polypropylene do not contain BPA. The Z Report offers an in-depth look at manufacturers and products containing BPA and those without. What is the Z Report? A report on bisphenol A from Z recommends a blog. So keep that in mind, but it looks like these folks' parents themselves have done a lot of legwork on the issue. They've been checking with different manufacturers to get at what contains BPA and what doesn't, and now have about 60 companies in the report. http://zrecs.blogspot.com/. I hope that's helpful in what is a confusing issue. If you have any other sites to recommend or information to